Hi guys, it's the old bull here. Fireside chat time. Just really having quite a good time at the moment. Frustrated with the FUDDERs that are coming into the chat and telling everyone that we're going to zero and all that sort of stuff. If you go to the top right hand side of Discord, in your Discord app, you'll see a search bar. You can click on the search bar and you can see from user. You type their name in there and you'll often see that all of the time they chat, all the way back through history, those people are negative. They're purposely trying to FUD the actual coin. So some people are just naturally negative and that's okay, but I don't mind people asking questions and getting sort of interested in what's going on with the coin, but you can tell that some people are just purposely trying to just cause stress in the thing. So nobody likes the coin price going down. It's very, very frustrating, but there is a couple of things I do just want to talk about. It's very important when you're dealing with this sort of stuff that you're dealing with the facts and not with what your emotions are telling you. Crypto is a 90% going down thing. 90% of the time we're in crypto, it's not doing what we want it to do. It's either shooting up when we don't have any money invested in it, or it's crashing when we do, or it's chugging along sideways, and you just go, what the fuck are you doing? Can you just please go up, go up? All right, and the more time I spend in crypto, the more I realize that it's not about just going up all the time. This is really important to understand. So here's our coin, all right? So over here, we're down at 0.00005, and we go up to 0.001, and we come all the way down to 0.002. So at 0.002 here, this is where I personally bought $6,000 worth of bull at 0.002. All right, and my wife bought 3,000, and we had our own personal money, and we were saying at that price that is really, really good buying. Okay, now that was December. Where are we? Where's our date here? So that's December 22 thereabouts, just before Christmas in 2022. All right, and then it shot up. All right, and then it shot right up. And we got up to 0.001. We basically 10x'd our money there. We didn't sell because we're founders. We weren't interested in selling. We're holding for the long term. But that would have been a 10x of our money there. And then guess what happened? It fell all the way back down over time, had some spikes, but it fell all the way back down. So here we are now, almost a year later, and it's back down to 0.003 again. And then it takes off. And we have this massive run all the way up to 0.1. So this is now 100x from where we bought it. All right, just not quite, close to 100x from where we bought it. So we didn't sell there either because we're founders and we're holding on to it. But we obviously knew around this point, gosh, it's 75x or whatever, we could take a big profit there. My $6,000 is, I don't know, let's just find that out. $6,000 times 75. That's a nice return if I was to dump all that coin back onto the market there. That's not my job as the founder. We're still holding that coin. But it's come down again since then, all right? And it's had its spike. So this is exactly the same as what happened here, all right? See how the pattern is almost exactly the same? Falls back down, has a bit of a rally, falls back down. This is exactly what happened here. It's exactly what happened back here. This is not new territory, all right? It's very important that you understand that this is not new territory. This is what altcoins do. All right, and not just altcoins, Bitcoin as well. So let's have a quick look at Bitcoin. All right, because this is really important. So here's Bitcoin. All right, we've got Bitcoin here. So 2010, all right, so the year after it was started, it got to 9 cents. So from 9 cents, it went up to $26, which is a very, very good return. All right, now remember at 2010, 2011, who owned Bitcoin? Crazy people, idiot nerds who had no understanding of the world and had no way of knowing that it was going to be successful, but they were mining it and they were convinced it was going to be the future. And the rest of us all thought they were crazy. So that's not where anyone that I know was invested in Bitcoin. And then it went to $123, and then it went to $687, and people started to pay attention. But then it went all the way back down to under $100. All right, it went right down to whatever that is. It was like crazy. It went down to $2 or something, I think. And then it went, so at this point, you've had it at $600, and it's gone all the way back down to whatever that was, $2 or $9 or whatever it was. But it was a very small number. It was a fraction, a minuscule 90% off this 600. All right, right down to here. And then it went to 315, then it went to 900, then it went to 20,000 a coin. Now, 20,000 a coin, the world took notice of Bitcoin, all right? And then it crashed all the way back down to 9,000. It was 9,000 something here at the low, all right? So it more than halved, all right? And then it went up to our 68,900, so basically 69,000. And then it crashed all the way back down to 15. I don't know where they get these 18,000. I don't know what chart this is off. But this came down to 15,000 something here. So 68,900 all the way down to 15,000, and now we're back up to close to where we are. So these crashes, these total pullbacks is what cryptocurrency is about. If you can't weather these crashes, these pullbacks, they are pullbacks, they are resets, they are long, painful, dreadful times. But it's part of crypto. And the reason we get these massive upswings that go up here is because that is the opposite of those pullbacks. It's the opposite of those crashes. So if you can't handle going from $687 back down to $9 and from $19 back to 19,000 back to 9,000 and then 68,000 back to 15,000, if you can't handle that, then get out of the kitchen. This is not the place for you, all right? That is what crypto is. That's Bitcoin. That's the largest coin in the crypto market. It's multiple times larger than anything else. And it's going to be the king of coins for the next several cycles probably. So it's really important for people to understand that we are not in a bad place. We are just exactly where we should be. This is exactly how it's supposed to work. When I see the FUD in our chat and I see purple people, actually it is purple people. When I see purple people I see purple people purposely trying to destroy our chat and cause FUD, it does make me cross because it's unfair on the people that are just hanging in there and having a hard time. I see the stock fall from 001 all the way down to where it is right now, and it hurts because I know how much work is going on in the background and what we're doing. I know exactly what everyone's doing and how we're all pulling, all the rowers are on the same oar and we're all rowing together. Everything's happening the way it should, and yet the price is not reflecting it. All right, now, when I used to teach share market trading, all right, back in another lifetime before this, I used to actually be I used to run seminars on share market trading and how to actually trade in the share market. I used to use BHP. It's an Australian coin. It's an Australian coin called BHP. And BHP is one of Australia's biggest stocks. And the reason it's one of Australia's biggest stocks is it's in all the mining in Australia. And at that time, BHP was $4 a share. And it had fallen from $20 a share. So BHP was worth $20 a share, and its chart had just done this all the way down to $4 a share. And I was telling everyone at the time, if you understand that the charts do not follow fundamentals, all right? People keep thinking that, oh my God, the chart's going down, that means the stock must be bad. That's not how it works at all. The chart only tells you what's actually happening in the market. It has no bearing back on the fundamentals. BHP had not sold one mine, had not closed one oil well, had not sacked people, their company was pretty much the same as it was at $20, but for whatever reason, the community had lost faith in it and had stopped buying it, and it had fallen all the way to $4. All right, well, where's BHP now? Up near $40. All right, so had you bought it at $4 or even at $6 or $10, much less than $20, you are now multiple times better off, because that is how stock markets work. There's times when the stock falls down, there's times when the stocks go backwards. This is one of those times for us. While we are in this mid-time of the year, until September, we're not really going to see a big change in the market. It should keep going sideways for the moment. Expect that. Don't get concerned about it. Take out a nice cup of coffee, couple of beers, whatever you need, whatever floats your boat, and just relax, because the time will come when the market turns and everything starts going up, and when retail turns up, they're going to ask some questions, and we've been through these questions dozens of times, but there's my 6 questions that I tell you to ask. And when they start looking around, there ain't no one who is close to us. There is no one who has got 3 games coming out by the end of the year, all playable, all good fun games, all with NFTs in them and giving utility back to the coin. No one. There's no one out there that's doing it. They're all like, you know, we're doing this, this and this, but when you actually do your research, they've got one game out and it doesn't even have NFTs in it. I don't know. It's too hard to follow what's going on. But when you cut through all the froth and bubble, all right, most of the gaming coins that people are talking about have got all this shit coming. It's all coming, all right? It's easy to talk about what's coming. Have a look at what they've done. When you start looking what companies have done and what they've achieved, we ace it across the board. We have our own chain. We have 45 full-time staff. We've built 3 games. We're going to have all 3 games out into open beta by the end of the year. We've got 2 other games that are currently being built and will be in alpha by the end of the year. And we've got a 3rd game possibly starting in September. So that'll be 6 games in probably alpha by the end of the year. Not 100% sure on that 6th game. It just depends on how hard it is to get going. We've done part of the work on it already, but we haven't. It's been paused. So, and then obviously when we get the money come through for the next jump, we're going to be able to purchase games and get ahead of our games that we were looking at. But when you compare Playable to anyone else, there isn't anyone close. So buckle in for the ride, sprinkle some concrete onto your cornflakes and toughen up. It's a bit of a ride. It's going to be hard, but boy, oh boy, is it going to be worth it. I really hope you're there with me at the end, because when we get to where I think this is going to go, I will be making a video to say fuck you to all those detractors that cause us all that stress through the time. And I really do hope you're with me on that, because it's going to be fun. That is going to be a fun day to be able to make them eat some humble pie and go, well, there you go. I didn't think it was going to happen. Well, that's okay. I do believe it's going to happen 100%. I think we're there. I think we're ready. And with the team we've put together and the games we're building, it's going to be really exciting. I'm the old bull. Over and out. Talk to you soon.